Come on in. Alright everybody, today we're going to continue with the Peugeot build. We're going to start with the disc. I've got to swap some hardware around, lathe that hardware a little thinner, and we'll see how far we get today on the Peugeot. Going over to the lathe, we're gonna take off the heads a little bit on this, just in case I'm too tight. We chamfered the end a little bit, cleaned up the inside so that the tool fits in there. Yeah, here we go. I'm using a hammer this time, see? Outrageous complaints last time that I wasn't using a hammer. For you. The reason why I had this backwards anyway, because I knew this would be a problem. The nut won't show enough of itself to give it tighten, but we'll replace these nuts with coupler nuts. Longer nuts. The axle's too short. The axle that came with this whole setup, which is fine. They don't know what forks you're running. So we're gonna go downstairs in the basement. We're gonna find the right axle. I should measure this first. Something like 8.5 inches. Again, it's always, it's nice to have a big stock so that you could just say, hey, I need this. And then you already have it. 8.5. That's the one. Perfect. I also took one of these little spacers. I need to make a custom one too, probably, but I guess I got something to start with. Alright, now you can see equal spaces on both sides. The bolts do not touch. And now we just have to figure out the spacer on this side and the spacer on this side. I think I might have the right one. Maybe I've got to trim it down, and that'll be the spacer for the axle to center that wheel just right. That's not bad. Got this guy here. It's only this side. Knuckle on both sides. I thought this was kind of clever. I'm having a really hard time measuring this distance because it's really in there. It's around the corner. I can't get like a tool in there to give me an accurate measurement. So I think it's pretty clever. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this spacer, which I know is good. I'm gonna switch it to the other side and then measure this, because this is really easy to measure, and then that's the size spacer I need. How about that? Huh? Good one, right? Awesome, got the reading. It's actually very similar to the spacer lineup I have now. I wasn't sure if the wheel was offset slightly. You never know, so let's find the right spacer combo. Update, we're good. The spacers are correct. Nice spacer on there. Nice spacer over there. What do I want to do next? I guess I'll put the caliper on. Yeah, we'll put the caliper on. Make a little spacer for the caliper too. So if we can knock out all the spacer stuff today for this front wheel, that would be an accomplishment. Yeah, that's spinning free as a bird, and it's because I have the caliper centered to the disc. It's all about spacers. I had to add an extra washer as well. That's not ideal. If I want to take this apart, then I have to like figure out where the spacers go, or which washer goes where, and it's hard to assemble and deassemble. So I don't want to do that, but I'll replace this spacer washer combo with like an actual spacer that's the correct size eventually. Front fork, wheel, caliper, all assembled. Ready to go on the bike. We'll continue that in our next video. This is Pete from Second Stroke Mopeds telling you, don't forget about mopeds.